Still Life's Journal, Beauté, Beauty and Hidden Places. On my way to the grand opening down in the East Liberty area. I would have a clean path and it looks pretty good. No traffic on Saturday. This is new to me. I'm not used to being out on a Saturday. I'm normally at my my other vocation. And so this is new. My scheduling has shifted and changed. And so it's a little exciting. At the same time, I got to readjust to myself here. My eyes are seeing daylight. I'm used to being inside of four walls, unless I have an event, photography, covering events in a local area. But I'm not used to covering my own event. This is something very different for me. I almost forgot to bring my camera, my video cam, and I almost forgot to bring my lighting. And so yeah, this was different for your boy here. Still Life Journal, Beauté, Beauty and Hidden Places. Journals by JohnFord.com, King of Kings StudioArts.com. I'm seeing hell hit the window sill, windshield. And I don't know what kind of weather we're having today. The good thing is maybe I'm thinking that the chilly temperatures will cause people to want to come indoors today, so maybe I'll have a good turnout during the kickoff. So yeah, that's something to think about. So we are on schedule here. It is 12:38. We open the doors at 2 o'clock. My plan was to get there at 12:30, but 1 is fine. Have a few things I need to do. It's always that one hidden thing that you think you have everything covered. For the most part, you do in your planning. But there's always something, even a fresh idea. So you always want to get there early. I teach my children to try to, be where you're supposed to be. Get there early.
Your smart speaker knows how to bring you the best.
Let me turn my radio down. I like to listen to jazz. In fact, let me put my chill on. XM, I listen to XM Chill. What is that, 55? It kind of puts me in the mood. It's my business channel, especially when I'm moving around doing door-to-door sales, or just trying to keep the vision live and well, in my head. And so yeah, Saturday always did something for me and to me. I just never got a chance to get out. In fact, when I go to the mall, it just rocks my world, because I'm into commercial photography. And when I'm ever in a commercial atmosphere, I just I lose it. It's a world to me. It's not just, some people can walk around the mall and they hear the music. And this looks like a convoy of Harley Davidsons going down the road there. But some people can go into the mall and they're just shoppers, and that's cool. But for me, commercial photography, it just starts leaping off the page. I just get excited hearing the music. So what I'll do is I'll put my Shazam up and put it in place so that I could pull on some of the music and make sure I can recapture the vibe whenever I'm holding events myself. It's nothing like the commercial world. The thing I like about the commercial world, you can break the rules. And photographers that do portrait photography, most of the time you are pretty measured. You have to make sure that your lighting, there's a rule of thumb when it comes to portraiture. But commercial, man, you can chop off heads, you can put half the arm into the scene, and you could cut the image off at the waistline, and you can cut legs off, and You know, it's just, those are some of the no-nos in portraiture. But when you're doing commercial, I mean, it's like it's fiction and non-fiction all together. You know, you're pulling it all in together, and you're creating a little fantasy along with truth. This is where you know, you use lenses that you normally wouldn't use on portraiture, because you don't want to distort faces and body parts. So most of the time you hang out around 85 millimeters doing portraiture, somewhere around in that zoom length. But my goodness, when it comes to commercial, you can pop any lens you want on that bad boy. You can warp the image, you can distort the body, you can make the head small, the foot big, I mean, you can do what your imagination tells you. That's why I like commercial photography. But anyway, that's my story. What's your story? What do you, if you're on the line and you shoot, what do you shoot? Commercial, journal? Now journal, for my followers, I never broke the name down. So Still Life's Journal, Beauté. Those are two forms of photography. And of course, beauté is just a fancy way of saying beautiful. And so that's the banner. It means beauty in hidden places. But breaking down Still Life's Journal, if you notice, if you look at the spelling, it's Still Life's Journal. So I'm journaling still life. So still life is taking photographs of what is that called? Inanimate subjects, chairs, things, making them, shooting them in an interesting way that will cause you to pay attention. That's still life. Journal, however, is more documentary. That's more so telling a story with pictures. And so I used to do picture stories all the time. I mean, that was my thing. Picture stories, to the point where you didn't need video. You just look at a picture story and just let the images speak. In a sense, they're kind of still, because whenever you do a picture story, the image stays on the screen for a few seconds. So it causes you to get a still shot view versus just the video keeps rolling. And it's like, the speed of the video, it captures you, it captivates you and brings you into the flow of the video. However, stills, you can kind of get that video feel. When I say stills, I mean to say picture stories. Picture stories gives you the same thing in a sense, but still life at the same time. And so still life, shooting inanimate objects, journal photography, capturing stories. Journal photography is a little different. You don't want to do too much editing with journal photography. In fact, any at all, because you don't want to, in journal photography, most of the time, those are what newscasters do. Well, you don't want to try to add anything to what is at hand. So when you're shooting for the newspaper, you don't want to hype up, or you don't want to do cloning and cloning out stuff. You're looking to capture the event at the time and tell the true story without needing words. And so I gravitated toward that as well. And so now when you bring the two skill sets or types of photography together, you get still life and journal. So it's still life's journal, and then beauty in hidden places. And so that's where everything comes out of when it comes to, my umbrella. That's my shooting style, video style. And you'll know your style because you'll feel it in your person. It's not just taking pictures. Photography is how you connect with your subject. And from how you connect determines now your classification now will tell you or speak or confirm your your interaction with your subject. So there are many different genres and titles when it comes to photography. You just got to know which one you are connected to and connected with. And so here we are going down to the kickoff of the New York City, Manhattan canvas print warehouse sale. I'll be showing and selling. This kickoff, I wanted to go into this with more of a dealer type of feel, not set prices. They're starting off at $400 a print for the 4'x3" in a matte finish, and they are $430 for the gloss and satin finish. But that's their starting point. I'm more so a dealer today, so we will be dealing up and down whatever someone can afford, whatever I can afford. You know, you still want to sell, you still want to make a profit. That's what business means. Other than that, it's more so charity. I do a lot of charity events throughout the year. Well, I won't say a lot. I used to do more. But charity events are good. I like to give back to the public. And so I'm always thinking charity. And if you're one that's, you're into charity, you got to be careful because you're so used to giving. It's hard for you to sometimes get price points together and sell your work because you're always you're always feeling for the person that possibly can afford what you have, but then you end up pricing yourself out of things. Sometimes people want the most expensive. If you're not expensive enough, they might not want your merchandise. And so you got to be very careful. So you're always taught to price your merchandise where it should be, and you can always go down from there. And so that's what we're doing today. I'm excited to do so. And so yeah, that's where we're going. We're talking matte, for the most part, matte canvas prints today. I love matte. The colors are just fantastic. No glare. However, not protected. They're very delicate versus the vinyl prints. The vinyl prints, they have like a sheen across the surface. Gloss is strictly, it's just almost like a tablecloth. You can spill, I wouldn't say tell anybody to spill Kool-Aid on the image, but you can wipe that image off and it'll survive. It'll survive a spill. Matte finish, you can't put your fingerprints to dominant colors like blacks, reds, blues. You can get away with it, yellows, whites, but blacks, dark purples, fingerprints are going to show up. So you got to handle the prints most of the time with gloves. You can't use any type of feather. You can't use swifters on it at all. You need blowers. But I'm telling you, it's like a suede type of feel and texture to it. We're down in East Liberty now. I'm about to turn left on the Howland Avenue. I'm new to this area as far as sales. Now I shoot at the Kelly Strayhorn at times, but never opening up a gallery here in East Liberty. So I almost feel at home here. I like to say here, still life is barking at me already. I'm in a commercial environment. So now I'm looking at this church to the right, and I'm looking at the masonry work, and I'm looking at the people walking around. And so I have it bad, people. I just can't shut it off. Whatever style photographer you are, you're not going to be able to shut it off. I don't care. Once you when you hit that environment, it's going to start speaking. That's why I keep my camera with me to make sure I'm always ready. So listen, we're getting ready to pull up. I'm going to get ready to sign off, and I will sign in. I will be doing Facebook Lives throughout the whole day. We'll be here 2 to 7 today and 2 to 7 on Monday. Those are our 2 kickoff days. And so until we go live again, I'm John Ford, the second Still Life's Journal, Beauté, Beauty in Hidden Places. I'll see you inside. Peace out.